It's that time of year again!
Ho, ho, ho! The Android boys have been naughty, and I'm going to fill their stockings with coal.
Cole?
Pixel 3s, that is! Ho, ho, ho!
Oh no! They might actually like it since it's a pure Android experience which they praise so much. The end of the year sparks anti-Apple headlines, and we see a new batch of gates every year. Only Apple would be the victim of mass hyperbole by haters all around the world. This could be especially true around Christmas, since the haters and the media want to sway people away from buying Apple products and giving them to their loved ones. Let's analyze gates today. Where does the gate suffix come from exactly? Well, in the 1970s, the Republican Party burglarized the offices of the Democratic Party. This would become known as the Watergate Scandal. But why such a weird name? Well, the Democratic Party's office was located at the Watergate Hotel. The hotel was named Watergate because it was next to a river. This was a serious event and caused the first presidential resignation, changed politics forever, it created new laws, and caused Americans to lose trust in their government.
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
Fast forward to today and, yeah, these are the times we're living in. Okay now, first, let's look at Bendgate. In 2014, 14 iPhones bent, causing the biggest media frenzy in Apple history. This means Apple makes crap products. Even Samsung joined the fun to mock their idol, and iKnockoff fanboys were running wild online. It's the crapple! Overpriced, cheap crap, right? Right? Not exactly. SquareTrade did a test, a fair test, with both iPhone and the Galaxy S6 Edge, which was the hottest Samsung phone at the time. They found that the Samsung phone bent at less pressure and also shattered, an effect that iPhones did not experience. This means not only did it bend at less pressure, it also shattered at that pressure, making the phone unusable.
For Samsung fans, it may be worse. Instead of a bent phone, they may have a pocket full of glass.
Other reports also found that the iPhone was not that weak. It actually scored average on bend tests when compared to Android models. So where was the media blitz then? Mac Daily News' take was spot on. Cue the hysterical media firestorm that won't occur because nobody cares about pretend iPhones. Only real iPhones. No tech is flawless, but every time an iPhone is released, the media and their puppets nitpick every detail to find the latest gate. And that was exactly the case with iPhone XS. It was the closest to perfection Apple has ever been. I can't believe I'm not making this up. But they found things to complain about. Next up, ChargeGate. The problem with poking fun at Apple's software is that Apple's pretty fast at patching things up and pushing updates to users. Users are really good at automatically receiving updates. Unlike the knockoffs that they deliberately ignore, take a look at this chart for example. Oops, wrong one. Here you go. Within days, iPhone users are up to date on the latest software. And that's the case every single year. Which is also kind of funny because if you look at the charts, Android phones are always 2, 3, 4, 5 years behind. Which is ironic because the haters are always saying Apple technology is 2 years behind. But that's another video. Needless to say, ChargeGate was dead within days. The media knew it. They were blowing it out of proportion as fast as they can to as many people as they can because they were threatened by the new iPhone and they wanted to steer people away. Apple knew the problem, they addressed it, they fixed it, it's done, it's over. Same with this next one, Beautygate. I can't believe I'm not making this one up either.
You mean stupid iPhone is gonna make me look prettier than I is?
most ridiculous first world problem and most ridiculous nitpicking by the haters that Apple has ever experienced. You guys were really desperate. And because it's an Applegate, it's front page news. And while every tech YouTuber was busy blasting Apple for Beautygate, this cool YouTuber actually was a breath of fresh air. He tried something different. His name is Jonathan. I'm sure a few of you know who he is and seen this video. He completely exposed the hypocrisy of the iKnockoff fans and all these ridiculous gate scandals. Check out what he did with Beautygate.
Facepalm for that thumbnail. Beautygate, ChargeGate, autocorrect gate. I got a secret for you. You're probably gonna get mad, but earlier today on Twitter and Instagram, I posted this lovely Pixel 2 portrait selfie, and it got an outroar of compliments. Could easily get mistaken for a DSLR. Still the daddy in the camera department, looking crispy. No wonder there's no makeup effect. It managed to include the bumps at the edges of your face caused by the facial hair. Impressive. Best portrait mode yet. So good. Hashtag no Beautygate. From there, I posted a second picture and got the same reaction. It's better that it's not using some crazy high shutter speed mixed with noise reduction, creating that plastic look to people's faces. Best camera till Pixel 3 arrives. If you say no, you are literally a fanboy. Bro, that was taken on the iPhone XS Max.
And you guessed it, that first world problem was also fixed within days through a software update. So with all of iPhone's problems fixed, where do we go now? Bloomberg made up a story and tried to push Spygate. They cited unnamed sources, saying that spy chips were being installed into the latest iPhones. Apple denied the claim, but Apple are liars, right? This caused a lot of investigation, and no chips were found. No evidence at all. Media outlets are not held to the responsibility of telling the truth when it comes to Apple. They can literally make up anything, and people will eat it up. It's pathetic. iKnockoff Nights try to push Resolution Gate for iPhone XR, but that didn't work because they didn't understand how resolution works. And when the XR was released, people were blown away by how brilliant the screen looked, despite the negative predictions. All the iPhone gates are falling apart, and I even heard somebody try to make up Battery Gate or something. Meanwhile, in Android land, people are like puppets and they're easily influenced by media. I even read a comment that said, Apple has problems every year when they release a new iPhone. Android has never had problems. Of course that's not true, since statistics show that Apple products last longer than the competition, and Apple has the highest customer satisfaction rating in every single category. So why does the simplest problems on an iPhone get the same media coverage as a natural disaster? It could be explained quite simply through this quote: losers follow winners. Winners follow winning.